Hey guys, and welcome to this introduction to DeepOnion. The aim of the video is to introduce DeepOnion, explain the basics, and show you all the steps needed to be part of the community. So DeepOnion is a relatively new cryptocurrency and is heavily integrated with the Tor network. For those that don't know, this is simply a network that aims to allow its users to be completely anonymous over the internet. And this leads quite nicely onto the main aim of DeepOnion, which is to provide its users with a completely anonymous currency and provide them with perfect security. Aside from this, there are loads of other features unique to DeepOnion, and there are still many more to come. An example of this is Deep Vault. Quite simply, Deep Vault is an information store that is held within the blockchain, meaning that data is immutable. This is a tool that will be incredibly useful in checking if your important documents are secure and have not been tampered with. Legal documents are an obvious use of this feature, and it would enable a person to verify that the document has not been altered, whether it was through malicious intent or simply a file corruption. Another feature of the network soon to be released is Vote Central. This is a platform for the network which allows for the community to have their say and define the direction of DeepOnion. There will be no leading member or CEO that decides the path of the currency, and it is truly down to the users. This is something which is really quite interesting, and I'll leave a link in the description so you can read more about it. Finally, another key feature that is soon to be introduced to DeepOnion is Deep Send, which allows for completely untraceable payments to be sent and received across the network, pushing forward the key message of anonymity. So the next part of this video is all about how to get everything set up for you to be able to start trading onions and being involved with the community. So firstly, we want to head over to the official DeepOnion website, as this is where we can find the download for our DeepOnion wallet. Now there are a few other ways we can store the onions, but I quite like the idea of having a desktop application, so I'm going to demonstrate this method. So when we're at the website, we want to scroll down through the page, and as we can see, all the information about everything I've touched on is detailed here and a bit more. So when we're at the bottom, we can see the option to download DeepOnion, and we simply want to press the preference that applies for our computer. As I'm on Windows, I'm going to select the Windows wallet. So whilst that's downloading, we can get the next stage of our setup ready. So this involves installing a configuration file so that our wallet is able to connect to the network correctly. So to do this, we want to head over to our desktop and select New Text Document. And when we've done that, we want to open the text document. And then from there, we want to head to the page I've linked in the description, which details all the information that needs to go into this configuration file. So when here, we simply select the information, copy it, and paste it in our configuration file. After that has been done, we simply click File, Save As, and the name of the file is going to be DeepOnion.conf. And this essentially saves it as a configuration file. Now before we click Save, we need to make sure that Save As type is set to all files so that it doesn't save as a text document. After then, we just simply click Save. Now our download for our wallet should be completed, and we can drag the file onto our computer desktop. So when here, we simply open the file and we select the DeepOnion-qt.exe, dragging this to our desktop, and then we can open it. Now this is essentially a setup for the wallet, and it will install everything onto our computer so that we're ready to store onions. So when our wallet is set up, we can see that we're getting out of sync messages next to our wallet. Now this essentially means that our wallet is not connected to the DeepOnion network, so we're unable to see how many onions we have. So in order to solve this problem, we're going to utilize the configuration file we made earlier. So to do this, we simply want to open our File Explorer and search for percentage app data percentage. And when you do that, it should bring you to all your application data. And now from here, we want to select the DeepOnion folder, and then we simply want to drag the document we made earlier into this folder. So after doing that, we can close this folder, and then we can close our wallet and reopen it. So when our configuration file has been placed in the app data folder, we simply want to open our wallet again. And now we can see that we are still getting the out of sync messages, as there is still one more thing we need to do before our wallet is set up. So to do this, we want to head to Settings and then Encrypt Wallet. Now what this is doing is we add a passcode so that our wallet can be locked and unlocked to stop any unauthorized access. So I'm simply going to enter in a passcode. And once you've done that, press OK. and yes. So once our passcode has been secured, we can then see the unlock wallet option here at the top menu, and this allows us to lock and unlock our wallet if we're not using our computer. So to unlock the wallet, we simply click unlock wallet and we enter in the passphrase we selected earlier. So now we can see that our wallet is unlocked and it is ready to use. Now, before the wallet is able to receive onions, it must download the blockchain from the network. Now, this is something that should start automatically on your wallet, and it should appear as a green loading bar in the bottom left corner of the application. Now, don't worry if this takes a little while to appear, and it will take a long time to download, between 4 to 5 hours. So as you can see, mine has just appeared here, and it says that I have 400,000 blocks remaining to download before my wallet is synced to the network. If you want to check how many active connections you have to the network, we simply go to the bottom right and we hover over this signal bar. So a brief tour of the network. We can see the overview here, which displays how many onions we have. If we click send coins, we can enter the DeepOnion address that we want to send our coins to, a label for the recipient, and the amount of onions to send. If we want to receive coins, we can see that our wallet address is detailed here, and if you can simply click it and click copy address. We can also see a list of all our transactions, as well as being able to store an address book, which will show us the label of the transaction and the address from it. If we click File, we can also back up our wallet, which ensures that if anything was to go wrong with our computer, we could still recover our onions. So now that our wallet is set up, the final stage to be part of the community is to join the DeepOnion forum. Now you can find this by simply searching for DeepOnion forum through Google, but I'll also leave the link in the description. So when we're here, we want to head to the top right and select login or sign up. And from here, you want to enter in your email and select no, create an account now, and then click sign up. So when you've entered in your username and email and selected sign up, you should be brought to this page. And this allows us to complete our registration for the forum. So you want to enter in a few personal details here, like your year of birth and a username, which will appear as your username on the forum. There's also two other things I should point out, which are the verification and airdrop and the Bitcoin Talk user ID. So the verification and airdrop is simply our wallet address. So if we head over to our wallet and we select receive coins and copy this here, the address here, and then here we click paste, that is what we want to enter into this field. Now the Bitcoin Talk user ID number is simply a reference to another forum related to Bitcoin. This isn't important at the moment, so I would leave it blank until you get a bit more knowledgeable about the forum. So after you've filled in your information, you simply press sign up and you have a forum account. So that is it for this introduction to DeepOnion. Before I leave, I just want to highlight a few key areas on the DeepOnion forum. So the first of these is the DeepOnion newbie section, and these contain a bunch of threads which help people get introduced to the currency, as well as everything and anything to do with any problems you may encounter. As well as that, we have the DeepOnion Distribution Center. Now this is a great area for you to get some free onions. All you have to do is submit something to one of the contests available, and if you are every week a new winner is chosen, and if you are selected, you win some free onions. So this is a great way to be part of the community. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed.